What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Hey man, before we get into anything in this video, make sure that you like and share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get all updates. Hit the post notification bell. All right, y'all, let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Now, as y'all know, a few weeks ago, Spotify rolled out some all new features. I haven't had an opportunity to break down all of those new features and what they've added to their suite for the Spotify for Artists. So today I want to do a nice little breakdown of all of the new features, all of the new things that you can do to try to amplify your music, or at least amplify the reach of your music if you have the opportunity to do so. So let's get right into it, man. And it says the world around your music now on Spotify. Stream on return with new features to help you share your world around your music, hype up a new release, and promote your tracks. We're creating a platform to power your career, not viral memes, and that means giving you the most effective tools to develop your fan base and build your business. Now, I'm going to be upfront with y'all from the jump. I don't think Spotify really gives all that much of a damn about you building your business, but they do have some new tools here that we're going to break down. And if you're savvy enough, if you have a decent little budget, you might be able to capitalize on these things. So the first thing we're going to talk about is clips. Now, this is where you're able to upload short form videos to promote your release, give fans insights, basically taking some of the playbook from your Instagrams and your TikToks, allowing people to actually create original video content for Spotify. Let's get into it. Clips are short form videos under 30 seconds that allow you to express your artistry and invite fans into your creative process. This kind of merges Instagram, TikTok, and a little bit of Genius, because if you want to do 30 seconds talking about the creation of your latest single, the inspiration around your EP or your album, if you have some sort of message that you want to get across to your listeners, your fans, your audience, you're going to be able to make a video at least under 30 seconds. Now, of course, being that this is via Spotify for Artists, you're going to be able to upload your clips via Spotify for Artists, okay? By default, they're attached to your artist profile. There's also the option to tag clips to a track or an album, allowing viewers to quickly access your music after watching your video. So as soon as they get done watching it, they'll be able to click on whatever it is that you're promoting. You can set all of that up. The upload process is pretty much the same as you would for Canvas. For those of you artists out there that have been using short videos for your Canvas, when people play your single and the video plays in the background while you're listening to the song, the process is the same. Only difference is you're going to click on the clips icon in your Spotify for Artists dashboard. And just to be fully transparent, you're going to get the most benefit out of doing these clips if you're in a good setting. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to do it in a studio, make sure you got good lighting. You don't want to make this something that looks dusty. If you're going to do cell phone footage, make sure that you have a pretty up-to-date phone. Make sure that your camera is wiped off and clean so it's not all dusty again. Because just imagine, the world has the potential to see this. Okay, keep that in mind. Don't just throw something together. If you're going to put it together, make sure it's at least visually appealing. Show it to some of your friends, family, your management, or whoever is helping you with your career. Get their approval. Make sure that they like it or at least can deal with it, because it doesn't have to be perfect, but presentation is key. As of right now, there is a wait list in order to join for access for the clips. You're going to have to go on Spotify for Artists, of course. You're going to click on the clips icon where they ask you to expand if you want to get more information. You go all the way to the bottom below the video where they're promoting it and just hit join waitlist for clips. They're going to send you to a type form where you can enter your information. They'll review it and get back to you. And, when it's available for you, you'll have it. Next up is countdown. Okay. You're going to have the option to create a real pre-save option on Spotify. There's been a lot of different apps, different third-party organizations that have tried to integrate with Spotify so you get notifications and all of that type of stuff. But they've now got their own version of that within the Spotify app, which is going to help you connect better with your listeners, with your followers, and the people that are keeping up with your music, right? And it's going to give you a comprehensive countdown. So it's going to be, on the screen, it's going to have the album cover or whatever photo that you choose. And let's say if it's 58 days like this Ed Sheeran thing here, it's going to count down the days, hours, minutes, and seconds until your release is actually active on the app. So they say there's always been a disconnect between where music is teased and where it's streamed until now. With countdown pages, your fans can pre-save your upcoming release, preview the track list, pre-order new merch, watch video clips you share with them, and watch the timer count down to the release moment all in one place. Some of the top performing artists out there have already had exclusive access to this, such as Taylor Swift, Karol G, Florence and the Machine, Quevedo, Paramore, and others. And they're saying that on average, more than 80% of pre-savers have streamed the new release within the first week. So if that's the stat, then that's going to let you know that people that pre-save your music, they're more likely to come back to it. They're more likely to get that notification, and they're more likely to listen to it than if somebody was just waiting on their own. They forget about it. A more popular mainstream artist drops on the same day as you and they forget about you. You kind of can try to mitigate some of that happening. The next feature, there's been a lot of chatter about it. A lot of people have had some mixed reviews or mixed feelings about this, and that's going to be Marquee. So they say this is the most powerful tool to grow your fan base. Turn listeners into fans with Marquee. They say it's 10 times more cost effective on average than ads on the most popular social media platforms. We're excited to continue expanding access. We just rolled out the self-serve buying experience in Spotify for Artists to artist teams in Australia and UK. So it hasn't been rolled out in the United States for American artists just yet. But this is going to be a way for you to actually promote your music, get it in front of more people. You're definitely going to have some type of money, some bread set to the side so that you can invest into this. As with any ads that you put on any platform, no matter how cheap they get it, it's going to add up. And if you don't have the disposable income or at least money set to the side that you don't expect to make back, this could be a problem. Get listeners into your new music. Marquee is a full screen sponsored recommendation of your new release to Spotify free and premium listeners who have shown interest in your music and have the potential to listen more. When a listener clicks on a marquee, they are guided to your new release and your release alone. This means they can focus solely on your music and discover more of you. So within the past couple of weeks, I have noticed that this feature has been getting used by some of the artists that I like and have been following. And it basically comes up like a pop-up while I'm scrolling down, about to go check out some of the playlists that I have saved. I'll get this big screen takeover of, let's say Jid or somebody else put out a new record, Joyner Lucas or somebody that I've been following, and they say, boom, this is out, go to the album. You have the option to click on it or you have the option to close it. Just as an independent artist, this is going to give you a leg up if you have a little bit of money to put into this, because now you're going to have the opportunity for your fans or your listeners or people that have engaged with your music at some point to where they're enjoying their listener experience, and boom, your face just pops up on the screen. Now for the average listener, the average person in the audience, people that are not partaking in the music business, this is going to be a huge benefit for you, because how many times a day does your face, does your music just pop up in front of them, right? And for those that are actually somewhat familiar with you, this is going to make you seem even more important to them, because they like, damn, wow, Spotify is promoting your music to me like that. All right, you must have did something. Let me see what this is. I didn't even know this was out. Boom. So it kind of gives you a leg up on the competition because, again, it is a full screen takeover. According to Spotify, they say this group of people, those people that have interacted with your music, followed your page, things like that, these people are more focused than your Spotify monthly listener count, and it only includes people from the country you're targeting. We select them for your campaign because they are likely to enjoy your recommendation, helping you get even more effective results. If you have the audience to support it, you can also target segments of your reachable audience based on the way they engage with your music: recently interested, casual, or lapsed listeners. So this also gives you different categories of people that you can target. Again, this is somewhat affordable. If you're going to do ads on Instagram, Facebook, etc., you would like to have at least a minimum budget of about $100 or more. I know that you can utilize less. You can do 3 days, $5 a piece. Yeah, you could spend $15, $20, $35 on those apps. However, if you really want to get in front of people, on Spotify, you're going to need a minimum budget of about $100, which isn't a lot to market yourself. You know what I'm saying? To get yourself in front of more people, to solidify your new release, your single, your EP, your album, whatever it is. Yeah, you're going to want to get it in front of the most people. So again, budgets for marquee campaigns start at $100 when booked via Spotify for artists, or $250 when booked through their local representatives. And campaigns run until you spend your budget or 10 days after your campaign starts, whichever comes first. Since Marquee is priced on a cost per click basis, we spend your budget only when people actually click on the marquee. So this means that this could keep popping up in front of people, and you won't necessarily be paying for it until those clicks actually go through. If somebody clicks on it, it applies towards your budget. Also, to maximize the value of your spend, Marquee filters out people who have already intentionally streamed from the new release. During the campaign, you'll only reach people who haven't actively listened yet. So this is also another good benefit. If somebody has already listened to your project and they're ahead of the game before that Marquee actually comes up, they're not going to target those people. So basically, you're not going to be paying to reach people that have already gotten that project or already listened to it. Marquees can start at any time within the first 3 weeks of your release. All right. So you have a 3-week release window. If you get outside of that window, you may not be able to run any Marquee advertising. Choose a start date that best aligns with your campaign goals. If you want the greatest and quickest impact, start the campaign on release day and coordinate your promotional efforts. You will likely see higher engagement, such as conversion rate and streams per listener. If you want a delayed boost, start your campaign after the release day. Since we remove people who've already actively streamed the release from your campaign targeting, you'll only reach people who haven't listened yet. That's what I was just saying. After your Marquee ends, Spotify will report to you how people who saw the campaign engaged with your promoted release, including listens, saves, or playlist ads. Marquee can inspire long-term engagement. Listeners who see a Marquee are more than 2 times likely to save a track or add it to their personal playlist for future listening than if they hadn't seen it. And their engagement isn't limited to the new release. Marquee builds a halo effect for your entire body of work. People who see a Marquee and stream the promoted release are 3 times more likely to stream the artist's other releases. As you're evaluating results, remember that Marquee helps you reach the right listeners and make them even more engaged. That means you'll drive depth of results versus breadth. How do you run a Marquee campaign? If you're an artist, manager, or label based in the US, Australia, or the UK, you will now see a campaigns tab in your Spotify for Artists dashboard. You got to get that from the desktop though. To create Marquees in Spotify for Artists, artists must meet one of the following eligibility requirements. Okay, this is where it gets a little tough, right? Everybody can't access this thing. You need at least 5,000 streams over the past 28 days or more than 1,000 followers. So you're going to have to ramp up your Spotify promotion. I know this is tough because a lot of artists don't make money from Spotify streams. So sometimes it can be a little bit strenuous, or it feels counterintuitive to be telling people to go listen to your music on Spotify because you're not going to make a lot of money off it anyway. But you're going to need at least 5,000 streams within any 28-day period, or you're going to need a minimum of 1,000 followers to start running ads on your music, at least using Marquee. And again, you have up to 18 days to run a Marquee from your release. So from release date, let's say you drop something on May 1st, you're going to have until May 18th to set up and run your Marquee campaign. On the 19th, you will no longer be able to start a new campaign on that record or that project. And here's how you're going to actually get access to it if you meet the requirements, right? You're going to log into artist.spotify.com on your desktop. So that's going to be a laptop or any kind of actual computer. Click the 3 dots in the top left corner, select your teams. Then the team you want to set a billing country for will come up. You're going to go to billing. Under the billing information, you'll add your email, billing country, and a US, Australia, or UK credit card, depending on your location. Remember, these are the only 3 places you can do this right now. If you have an eligible release within 24 hours, you'll start to see a new campaigns tab where you can create a Marquee directly from your dashboard. If you don't have an eligible release, you won't get access to the campaigns tab, and they'll add you over the coming months. So you're going to have to meet those requirements first, right? Some of the older features that have been on Spotify for a while have also been modified and updated, such as selling merch and selling tickets to your upcoming shows. They made this a more centralized thing now where you can actually promote your merch while people are listening to your music. It doesn't just have to be, at the bottom of your profile. Same thing with your shows. You can make your artist pick your upcoming show dates so that you can keep that in people's face. They're also testing out a new feature called Showcase, where you're able to basically showcase the music that's most important. It will appear as a mobile card on home and will introduce an artist's music, whether a new release or catalog, to likely listeners. So people that are more likely to listen to your music, if they've engaged with similar artists or music of yours in the past, they're going to put this in front of people. We're just starting a test showcase with artists and labels, and we'll make it more widely available in the near future. So this is not available to everyone. This is all exclusive. They're kind of beta testing this stuff at the moment. The addition of Showcase, Spotify for Artists now offers artists and their teams a robust suite of promotional tools. Artists can reach listeners right when they're deciding what to listen to, target listeners based on their streaming history, and access data that tells them how the tools perform. As of right now, they're not saying if this is something that you got to pay for or if this is just going to be like a default feature that just comes with the app moving forward. So we're going to have to see how that thing plays out. Next up is discovery mode. There's been a lot of chatter about discovery mode as well, because this is going to actually tap into people's pockets similar to Marquee. So let's get into what that is. All right. Discovery mode. Meet your next fans. Discovery mode is a tool for music marketers designed to help you find new listeners when it matters to you. Your tracks prioritized for discovery. With discovery mode, artists and labels identify songs that are a priority for them, and our system will add that signal to the algorithm that determine personalized listening sessions. This signal increases the likelihood of the selected songs being recommended, but does not guarantee it. But it only works if fans love it too. We take note when a listener isn't engaging with the song, including those in discovery mode, and factor this in when determining what to recommend next. It's all about harmony. So if you try to use discovery mode and people still are skipping over your stuff, they're basically going to phase you out of it. That's what they're really saying. They're going to focus on people who are actually getting results. They say discovery mode is different. There's no upfront cost. All right. So this is where I'm talking about the money. They get you like this. They rope you in. Discovery mode is a different type of tool for music marketers. There's no upfront cost. This gives artists at any stage of their career, anywhere in the world, the opportunity to participate. It's universal. Here's how your payment works. Let's get into it. When an artist turns on discovery mode for a song, Spotify charges a commission on streams of that song in areas of the platform where discovery mode is active. All other streams of the same song in other areas of the platform are commission free. So anytime they run discovery mode on your new song, or if you're trying to, emphasize a release that you put out 3 months ago, 2 months ago, and you want to get some new activity, new engagement on it, you can run it through discovery mode. However, they're going to charge you a commission on that, so you're not going to pay out of pocket. They're just going to take it out of your royalties. The commission is a percentage of revenue generated on those select streams, again, out of your royalties. This marketing cost is deducted from future Spotify statements, so no upfront cash budgets are required. So if they eat up all of your little money, if you had $5 in the reserves that was going to need to be paid from Spotify down to your distributor, they're going to yank that up and say, nah, we'll keep that, but you got some streams out of it. In testing, we found that discovery mode can inspire further commission-free exploration of an artist's catalog. During the first month that a track is opted into discovery mode, streams within radio and autoplay often lead to downstream organic streams in other areas of Spotify as well. So basically they're saying once somebody hears your music in discovery mode, if they like it, it's going to lead them to listen to more of your music. So it may help you actually build your royalties as well. But just that song that put people on game, you're not going to make much off of that one. All right, y'all. So those are the new features that Spotify recently debuted back in March. Again, I'm just now getting to it. I've had a lot going on the last few weeks, but this is one of those evergreen type of videos. These features are going to be around at least throughout the duration of the year. We know that they're pretty quick to discontinue things that aren't working. So if they're not seeing results, they'll switch it out for something else later down the line. But at this moment, let me know what you guys think of all of this. Spotify at this point is kind of a necessary evil in the industry. I'm not the biggest supporter of them, but I'm not going to lie. I do listen to a majority of music on Spotify because it's easy. You know what I'm saying? The ease of access, the user interface, everything is exactly how it needs to be, whereas other streaming platforms just aren't as simple. And they have the biggest market share in music, period. So you can't get around it. When you release something and you put it on SongWhip or one of those aggregators that create links for you, the first one that's always going to come up is going to be Spotify. Then you're going to trickle down to the other platforms. So you're not going to get away from it unless you're selling music NFTs and you're doing that exclusively, or you're selling music directly from your website and you don't engage in streaming at all. You're going to either have to learn how to play the Spotify game, or you're basically gonna have to continue selling your music to the same group of people over and over and over again. So if you have 50 fans, which is not bad, if you can get those 50 people to keep buying your music every time you put a release out, a single, an EP, an album, tickets to your concert, all of that, if that same 50 people can keep you afloat throughout the year, you're ahead of the game. But for those that don't have that, you don't want to kill your discovery, right? Because discovery is where new people that may not be aware that you even exist can stumble upon your music, and that's where you would start creating new fans, people that are gonna follow your page, people that are gonna add your music to their playlist, people that are gonna, be looking forward to your release radar after they've fallen in love with your material. So for the sake of music discovery and building new fans and adding those people to your existing base, you're gonna have to learn how to use these tools. Again, let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. And if this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace. Beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the content. Make sure that you're liking and sharing these videos. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the post notification bell so you get all updates. For all of my artists, my artist managers, songwriters, producers, etc. If you need a little bit of extra help with your career, man, make sure that you visit pengameelite.com, okay? That's my website and my community for all upcoming rising music creators. I got 2 books on there, the Pen Game Portfolio Volume 1 and 2. They're going to give you a lot of insights into the music industry, how to monetize your career, how I make my money off of music, because I am a full-time artist outside of doing YouTube videos. If you need some direct help, you can also book a consultation with me on the Pen Game Elite website. And I also have a Pen Game Elite membership. The free tier gives you access to all of these videos that I post on YouTube and a community of people where you can engage. But I do have the membership plus, okay? You can join that for $50 a month or $500 a year, and I will actually go in and do all of the grunt work for you. If you're not registering your songs on your PROs, if you're not with Song Trust or the MLC, if all your collection agencies and all of that stuff are not up to par or up to date, I will go in there and update all of that for you. If you need help uploading your music to a distributor like DistroKid, United Masters, etc., and you've been making mistakes, you've been claiming content ID on material that you really don't own, hey man, stop stealing people's money. If you do this stuff the right way, you're gonna make it anyway, okay? You can join the membership plus, and again, I will do the work for you, and you're gonna get a free consultation every month just for joining. You're also gonna get the 2 books for free soon as you join the membership plus. All right, much love and respect. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.